and welcome to another episode of Life Lessons in Bon Jovi Songs. And we're at the 1988 New Jersey album, which is by some people, including me, their best album. But according to Tony Kosminski, who wrote the article where he rates all Bon Jovi songs, New Jersey's the second best album. So Tony Kosminski and me almost agree. And that's kind of like, if you would ask all Bon Jovi fans what their favorite album is, I think like half of them would say New Jersey and the other half would say These Days, or perhaps 60% would say These Days and 40% New Jersey. Either way, I think that it's like close to 100%, I think, who will have either one of those two toes, either one of those two as their favorite album. So, yeah, so one is 1988, which is the New Jersey album, and the other is 1995, which is the These Days album. It's kind of like a, like a tie. It's a tie between the two. So, yeah, so we're at the 1988, their first best album, and we're at side B if you have it on vinyl, and we're at the second song of side B, and this is wild, and things are gonna get wild. They're wild. So, one of the reasons New Jersey is very memorable or really stands out is because there are so many songs, and the band wanted to make a double album, but they were not allowed to, like this plan B, where they would release only one album in 1998, and there would be another one year after. And I read that the Beatles did this, so it was kind of like, okay, we're not allowed to make a double album. Now what? And then they came up with, okay, let's release one this year. It was September 1988 when the album dropped, and one next year. And then someone said, yeah, but if you save songs for next year, and this one doesn't do as well as you hoped, you're never going to forgive yourself. You're like, not going to forgive yourself for saving the, really good songs for next year, or maybe even the year after you do not get a chance to make that second album. Either way, someone said to them, don't save the best songs for next year. And this song, Wild as the Wind, was one of the songs that originally would go onto this second album. And so it was kind of like, it was really judged as being, the best of the best. It was really judged as, okay, if we only have one chance, to make one New Jersey album, then what's going to be on it? And they put this one on it. And it actually, in this article from Tony Kosminski, where he rates all the songs, like, you can't believe it, but Wild is the Wind, this very like a song with a very low profile. It's very undercover. It's not well known at all. It's at number 10 on all Bon Jovi songs ranked, which is almost 400 songs. This one is at number 10. So it's like, it's unbelievable that, such a good song is still kind of like an uncovered gem. It's not known outside of the Bon Jovi fans. And it was hardly played live. So even during the New Jersey tour, it was hardly played live. Ultimately did make a bit of a comeback, but not a really big one. And yeah, so that is really that really, those are really things that make this song like, yeah, like an uncovered, a covered, a hidden. Like a gem, like it makes it like a gem, so a rare gem. That's the word. So yeah, so it is about so both musically as well as vocally. So both the instruments as well as the voices from both Richie Sambora as well as John Bon Jovi make this song very um I don't know. I don't have a really label for it, but it makes it very special. Where there are other songs from Bon Jovi that have more like are more like straight up rock and roll songs. This one is um, both vocally as well as musically very layered, and so it has a lot of different tones to it. It has a storyline to it. It is just a very interesting and engaging song to listen to. I mean, you don't get to this the number 10 spot on Tony Kosminski's list if you're like a run of the mill rock song. So yeah, it's a really great song, and it ties in to the song that we're going to do next week, and the song that we're not next week, but in 2 weeks, and the song that we're going to do after the holidays somewhere in May. So Wild as the Wind was actually the first of 3 songs that were set up together as kind of like the Cowboy section of the album. And that's Wild is the Wind, Stick to Your Guns was the third one, and in between was Ride Cowboy Ride. Yeah, so these 3 songs were meant to work together to create one storyline, to really create that that album feel, where you could also have like a themed album where you had whole albums who were tied in together like that, who were just one big production telling one big story. And New Jersey definitely has elements of that, of kind of like a theme album. And these 3 songs working in conjunction was really the kind of like the most obvious way, where they were telling a story, creating a certain atmosphere, and even the song that we did before this, Homebound Train, was already working towards that cowboy narrative. So yeah, so go listen to Wild as the Wind if you're unfamiliar with the song or if it made you curious. I put the link in below, and I also put 2 other links in there as well. So those are not from the official Bon Jovi YouTube. Those are other channels. And one is a video, a fan-made video of the movie The Notebook. For women my age, like, it's a thing. The Notebook is a thing. So this movie, The Notebook, was kind of like created into a video, like a fictional video, a fan-made video for, not fictional, but fan-made video for this song. And so I was listening to Wildest Wind while watching this video, where with scenes from The Notebook to the music Wildest Wind, and I was like, oh, it was like I had like short circuit in my brain from watching Ryan Reynolds in The Notebook, not Ryan Reynolds, I'm sorry, from watching Ryan Gosling. I hope you can forgive me. They're both called Ryan and they're both from Canada, so Um, but no, it's a Ryan Gosling movie, and so I had like short circuit in my brain from watching Ryan Gosling in 2004 Notebook with the music from Wildest Away. So I did like, if that's your thing, then I put that video in below as well, and I put in um a video from a very special concert in Osaka, January 1991. And this video is tagged as best performance of this song. And there are actually two Bon Jovi channels who have chosen Osaka 1991 as best performance of this song. So that's kind of like, kind of like definitive. If two channels say the same thing, then I don't know, that's true for me. It's true enough anyway. And so that was really something, because like, if you're not like that deep into fandom, you're like, how are our concerts from 1991, like, why is that special? But it was special because it was completely off tour. The New Jersey tour had ended in February 1990, and they would not come back, having reinvented themselves, until late 1992 with the Keep the Faith album, where you have kind of like a whole different vibe to the music. There was like more of a beat to it. John Bon Jovi had cut his hair, like, a whole era. There was a whole era between finishing the New Jersey tour, finishing, quote unquote, in February 1990, and picking up um, the, the the work for the band and creating music together and choosing for each other again and coming back renewed. Late 1992, there was a really long time period. So, having a concert marked Osaka 1991 is like, what do you mean Osaka 1991? So what happened was the New Jersey tour had ended, and in, I think it was, yeah, like the 23rd or something of December 1990, they played, I think the way to pronounce it is Count Basie Theater, or Count Basie, I don't know, a venue for a Christmas show. And after that, they went to Japan and they gave 5 concerts. I think it was, so one on the 31st, so it was like a New Year's Eve concert, and then another 4. So there were actually 5 concerts played in Japan around, like the first days of 1991 and New Year's Eve 1990, that were completely off tour, and I forgot the kind of like the intricacies of the whole thing. I forgot how they ended up there. Like, from the heart, I think it was, or not from the heart, but like out of the top of my head, I think it was had something to do with a contract that was or wasn't, um, um, that they had to fulfill or something. I don't know. But either way, we have these kind of like concerts in the middle of years without any concerts or without any work from the band. And these concerts are super high, have like a really high status. Like, everybody thinks they're, probably the best from the old Bon Jovi. The band was arrested. They were not on this grueling tour schedule. It was kind of like a standalone event, and so it was probably not a coincidence that it was from these shows, that we have the very best performance of Wild as the Wind. And so I have that video here below for you as well. So that was uh, yeah, that was what I have to share with you about Wild is the Wind. We're going. The next song is going to be Ride Cowboy Ride. I already said it, so it was from the three cowboy themed songs. Wild is the Wind, Ride Cowboy Ride, and Stick to Your Guns. So we got the formal part done. So now all that is left is the life lesson. So what is the life lesson? The life lesson is about, it's about the reinvention that Bon Jovi did after their New Jersey tour. It's about, it's about sometimes being forced to perform as they were, more or less. That's what I remember with these January concert dates in Japan. It's about sometimes when you're legally forced to do something, and or otherwise kind of like somebody twists your arm into it, it can still lead to extremely beautiful things where decades later you look back and you think, wow, that was really something, and I'm really happy that I did that. It was a valuable experience, or it um um yeah, it created my best work. So sometimes your best work doesn't come from you being like free to choose anything. Sometimes the universe just twists your arm, and and the miracle happens. So yeah, for me, Wild is the Wind, and it's also about secret gems. It's about some things are destined to stay hidden, and are not meant to take center stage. And you cannot predict that. And but it also has you know it gives a song a certain, or another piece of art, it gives it a certain um, um, special aura, a special flavor, if it's not the most popular work, if it's not the biggest and the most well known, and if it somehow something really beautiful managed to stay kind of like hidden in a way. If it is a hidden beauty, there is beauty itself in having in being hidden, or having something that is a little bit more mysterious and a little less out there and obvious. So yeah, Wild as the Wind was the song that we did today. And then next time, next one, it was not Stick to Your Guns, it was, oh my god. What was it? Ride Cowboy Ride. Yeah. So we're gonna do Ride Cowboy Ride in 2 weeks. See you then. Bye.